Welcome to Who Let the Dogs Out, the podcast designed to help you enjoy life with your best friend without all the frustrations. Join us each week as we help families across the country do just that. I'm your host, Corey, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Sally.
And today, we have got a Q&A for y'all today. So, Sally, tell them what we're talking about today, please.
Okay, today we're talking about dogs licking on people, pottying on the leash, training 3 dogs at the same time, and puppy-proofing your house.
All right. That's a lot. Okay. Well, that's what we're talking about today.
Lots of questions today.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm saying that like I asked the questions. But anyways, okay. So what do I do next? Intro us. Okay. Yeah. Hey, guys, if you haven't watched before, my name's Corey. I'm the founder of Wonder Dog Training. Started the first day of 2018. Since then, we've trained thousands of dogs and thousands of families across multiple cities and multiple states. And if you need your dog trained, there's a good chance we can do it. Some dogs we don't, but anyways, there's a good chance we can do it if you need help.
The majority of dogs we train.
The majority.
Okay. So I'm Sally. I had my dog trained in 2018. That's how I met Corey. Then I started working in 2019. Still here doing administration and a podcast.
Yeah. And you're now an HR specialist. Payroll specialist.
I'm a payroll specialist.
Yeah.
That's what Corey called me today. Payroll specialist.
Does a little bit of everything around this place.
Little bit of everything.
Yep. So for those
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Agreed.
Oh, no, you just love him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, back to the show. For those of you that are new that are tuning in, or if you've been tuning in a while, we've got 2 main formats on the show today. We're doing a Q&A. Those are fun because you guys write in the questions. We give you the answers. If you want to send in a question, you can do that by reaching out to
Sally at wonderdogtraining.com.
Yep. You can send her an email or you can drop a comment down below on whatever platform you're on. So if you want to, YouTube, Spotify, Rumble, whatever platform you're on, we'll see the comment. Or you can message me on Instagram at Corey from Wonder Dog on Instagram. I don't really check those very often, so you should probably reach out to Sally.
Yeah, reach out to me.
Anyways, that's how you get a hold of us. Second format is Dog Talk. That's where we come on and talk about a topic related to dogs, dog ownership, dog training, or we do interviews. We've done a few interviews so far. We just did one 2-3 weeks ago with a lady who owns a doggy daycare here in Memphis. Ton of fun. That one's good. Got some previous trainers from back in the day. So anyways, go check those out. And if you got anybody that you think should be on the show, let me know. Send in an email or a comment or something and see if we can get them on the show. Yeah. Hoping to get some more good ones scheduled here pretty soon. I'm really trying to get the doggy chiropractor on the show because I didn't really know about that till too long ago, and I wish I would have started doing it years ago. So anyways.
It's funny how we don't associate the same things that we would do for us to the dogs.
Yeah. Well, apparently you can chiropractic on anything. They do horses.
They do horses. Yeah, I've seen that.
I said do.
They do. There we go.
All right.
There we go.
Settle down.
We've hit bottom. Oh, I said bottom.
Stop. Okay. Yeah, that's the formats. Okay, let me give you all some trivia real quick. The people are loving the trivia. I had an email about the trivia this week and some comments on some of the previous episodes. So, should we do 1 today or 2 today?
Ooh. Do 2.
All right. So we got 2 trivia questions.
Okay,
Question number 1 is, what does the name Bichon Frise translate to in English? For those of you that don't know, it's a small little white dog. And A, curly lap dog. B, little cloud. C, curly-haired small dog. D, white puff. Second question is about GSPs, the German short-haired pointer. And question is, what is the German short-haired pointer bred to do? A, retrieve game only. B, point and retrieve on land and water. C, guard livestock. D, hunt underground rodents. So those are our 2 questions. We'll give you the answers at the end. So if you want to know, stick around with us.
Stick around for the answers of those 2. I'm intrigued.
Yep. So we'll answer both of those. And I'll also tell you what language Bichon Frise is in. I'll give you a hint, actually. It's French. I didn't know that. But I can't read it to you to translate.
Wait a minute. I'll give you a hint, actually. It's French.
Yeah, that's the hint. That's the answer. The hint is the answer.
Oh.
But it translates into something. Bichon Frise translates into something. So anyways, if you want to rehear the multiple choice questions or options, go back a little bit. Anyways, that's it. I guess last thing before we jump in is if you guys like the show, subscribe to the show. like the show. And if you don't mind, share with a friend, family member, colleague, work associate, whoever it is, don't care. Just send the show to somebody that has a dog. This would mean the world to me and Sally. Not only do we try to make this educational, but we try to make it entertaining too. And people seem to like it because we have people keep coming back. So anyways, but you guys are our marketing plan and the algorithm. And the more that you share it, the more you like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff boosts us up in the algorithm. The more you actually share it with people who listen, and then they share it with somebody else. It's kind of a chain effect, right? So anyways, if you don't mind, share the show, subscribe to it, like the show. That'd mean the world to us. Okay. Rant over. Also, if you hear dogs in the back, forgive us. We are a dog training business, and there are dogs here today, and they are training them.
And they're training.
And some of them are barking because they don't want to be alone. They're not alone, though. They're in a room full of dogs and people, but whatever.
They just want to be the one that gets attention.
We call that nuisance barking whenever I'm asking people questions at transformation sessions. Anyways, I'll ask you how it's going in a second, but I have a funny for you. Okay. So this Sunday, I took a friend of mine's son to church with me this weekend, and anyways, we walked down to the front. We were talking to somebody. And then after we get done talking to this guy, we're just walking back through the sanctuary, and the new pastor's there. And we've had this new pastor. This is his third week, like, as the pastor, right? And I go to a really big church here in Memphis. And anyways, so we're walking past, and I'm like, oh, my God, that's the guy, right? And so I'm standing there, and so I'm like, and there's only one guy in line to talk to him. So I'm like, I'll just wait till they're done talking, and then I'll introduce myself. Well, the pastor has a dog named Sully, and they showed that whenever he was getting interviewed. You were there on his interview day because that's the day I got baptized. Yeah,
that's correct.
So, anyways, he's got a golden retriever named Sully, and they have another golden retriever. I forget the name of the second one, but
that's not important.
That's not important. Not important.
Only Sullys are important.
Right. So, anyways, he gets done talking to the guy, and I introduce myself or whatnot, and I'm talking and telling him thank you for what he's doing and stuff, whatever. Anyways. Then I'm like, okay, it's time to pitch. And also, our building is literally right down the street from church, like literally like 2 minutes from the church I go to. And I'm like, it's time to pitch. So I'm like, hey, pastor, I'm like, if you ever need help with your Sully, you just let me know. My dog training company's right down the street. I'll train him for you. I'll turn him into a wonder dog. It'll be great. And he's like, oh, I don't even think he can be trained. I'm like, no, we could definitely train him. I'm like, trust me, I've got a Sully on the team. He's our work dog. And I told him about Sally and me getting her Sully for Sally a few years ago. Or a couple years ago. And anyways, nothing's come of it yet, but I'm going to keep pitching. I'm just going to keep laying it on every time. He's going to be like, I don't want this guy talking to me anymore. Every time he does, he tries to sell me services. So.
He'll start having security.
I'm on the security.
But he'll have his own set of security to keep you away from him.
Like, we do not want the tall guy. Corey from Underdog is not allowed near the pastor anymore. He is not allowed near the pastor.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it is funny. But it's funny though, because I literally am on the security team. So, anyways, but I thought that was a good story.
That's what made me think because of course I was there to see you being baptized, but it was his day to come and
it's like his interview sermon. Yeah.
And as soon as it was like, he's a family man and all the good things. And then he was like, we've got dogs and I've got a Sully. I was like, sold.
Yep, sold.
We'll have that one.
Sally's like, whenever at the at the end, whenever this is my first time ever being at a church, like a member of a church where they transfer leadership to or whatnot. And at the end, they're like, okay, stand up if you want, this guy to be the new preacher or whatnot. Did you raise your chair? Did you elevate?
No, I thought about it. That'd just be me. Everybody else will have stood up and sat down, and I'd still be going. It'd be like, thank you.
Do you remember the one time we were shooting the ads, and I had the camera above your chair or whatnot, and I had you raising up?
Yeah.
And was it your old chair or was it this one?
It was the old one.
It was the old one, and so you're going. And
it's
it like going up,
can
but
you remember
it's
though? It used to
screeching.
make a screechy noise.
It was terrible.
And you were like, "This will be good."
Yeah.
So you couldn't see me, and all of a sudden
20 seconds for the chair to get up.
Into eyeliner, and all you could hear was.
Yeah. Only downside, it took too long to get you on screen. So I was like, well, that's not really a great hook. Nobody's going to sit.
It's funny though.
It was funny. Good concept.
Funny.
Bad execution. Good concept. But anyways. You got anything on the Solster?
Solster's started nuisance barking.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, at the neighbor. It's one side of the house, and it's the neighbor. But I think it's because there's a bird that goes and sits on the roof. So I don't think he's just barking at nothing, but yeah, he's a nuisance.
Yeah. I'd probably put that one more in the category of like excessive barking, not nuisance barking.
Okay.
The difference being nuisance barking is when the dog barks to elicit a behavior from the human. This is my definition of it. This
He's
is
out
like,
in the yard.
you're sitting there making phone calls. You're not paying attention to him. He's barking. You're eating dinner. He wants a bite. He's barking.
He's not
You're loading the
doing that.
dishwasher. He wants to be involved. He's barking. Things that you put him up. I don't know. I might define crate barking as excessive barking. But anyways.
Yeah, he doesn't bark in his crate, but no, he's outside barking.
Right. Maybe it's excessive. Maybe it's nuisance because he is a nuisance.
He is a nuisance.
Cute
And
nuisance.
I think it's because he's found his big boy voice.
Yeah. I'm actually going to need to borrow him again here pretty soon.
Oh, yeah.
Because we hired one of my friends to be.
Oh, you couldn't find
in an
anyone
ad.
else then?
What?
You need your backup dog.
I haven't even asked. Sully's literally the marketing plan.
There you go. He's so good.
We're going to change the ears of the flop, like down to floppy ears.
No.
It'll be a floppy,
Just put-
floppy ear dog in the
Too
picture.
funny.
Okay, well, let's jump on to the show. Questions?
Let's do that. Here we go. I've got some great questions.
Great.
So, how do you stop a dog from licking people?
Well, I wish I had a bit more context for whoever asked this, but I think it really depends on a number of things. Number one is like the context of the licking. So it's like, is the dog like jumping up on the couch and licking you in the face because he's excited to see you or something like that? Is it like excessive licking because like it's just licking you all the time or whatnot?
Apparently, when people come in, it's a smaller dog, and it does get on the couch.
Just starts licking the people.
But it's not barking at people. It just licks people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd probably do the same. I mean, there's a few things I would do. One, if it's on the couch, I would make the dog get off the couch or whatnot. I mean, that's a pretty easy one. Just if you got people over, don't let the dog on the furniture. So teach like decent couch manners or something like that. But overall, I'm pretty much gonna, correct this just like with anything else. I'm gonna add in some sort of negative that the dog doesn't like to get the dog to stop doing it or whatnot. So, and the corrections for this could be a number of things. Could be using a leash and a collar, could be using a remote collar, could be using a squirt bottle, could be putting, pennies in can, rocks in a bottle, something like that. Could be a firm no. I mean, there's a number of ways to correct the dog to say, please stop doing that, right? But yeah, I'd probably just correct the dog and say, please don't do that.
It's funny, isn't it? We come up with like all these issues to deal with, but it seems like it's a consistent way to remove them.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I was talking to a lady pretty recently, not a client. This is a lady I was friends with. And she was asking me, she said, like, her roommate's dog licks her a lot or whatnot. And she worked out a lot. And I was like, well, is it after workouts? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, well, it's because you're sweaty. Like, the dog's licking the salt out of the sweat.
Off.
Yeah.
Okay, that's, yeah.
Yeah, it's like where my head automatically went with her.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it kind of depends
this
on the
question's
context.
not related
But I used to have a weenie dog when I was growing up. Her name is Daisy. And I remember like riding home from school one day, and she was in my lap and just licking my arm, like right here on my forearm or whatnot. And like, I don't know, some little dogs can get hyper fixated on that kind of stuff. Might be a self-soothing behavior or something like that. So number of things that could happen.
Gotcha. That was a good one. Yeah.
I was going to say, pull up that email. I forgot to read the email in the comments.
Okay. You might want to move your mic a little bit because every time you talk to me, the sound goes different.
All right. Let's try it. Okay. We got an email in too. I wanted to, and a couple comments I wanted to read to you guys. This is from Deborah G here, and she's in Memphis. She's a former client, trained her dog many years ago, actually a couple of them. And she says, the photos of the dogs in the breed trivia is so helpful and educational. Loved the briefcase meme of the week. Like seeing everything on Facebook too. One on Saturday. We'll have to surprise you and come to the events. I just thought that was funny though. I didn't know we were putting pictures of the dogs in the breed trivia. I don't know if that's Hannah or that's Gideon or what, but
I have no idea.
anyways, glad you're liking the breed trivia. You might be the reason we have 2 questions today. I don't know.
Yeah. I think you are.
And then we got a comment from the Doghouse School, which is who we interviewed a couple weeks ago. And it says, we woof these co-hosts. Such a great show. Part of their branding is they talk like dogs. Everything they talk. It's like looking at like Chick-fil-A, like passing like a billboard. It's like turn right for chicken or something like that.
Eat
It's
more
the cow.
chicken.
Yeah. And so they type like that for the dogs.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. So,
Well, that
anyways.
was perfect. Thank you.
Wow. We woof you too. Okay. All right. That's enough. Settle down.
I recommended a possible new client to the doghouse
Oh, nice.
that was
Yep.
looking for some good daycare for his little pooch.
Yep.
Okay,
Question two.
I've got another question.
Hit me.
Okay. My dog won't go potty when on a leash. How do I encourage him to do this?
Well, I've met some dogs before that just won't potty on a leash. Don't know why. I've met a handful of dogs like that over the years or whatnot. So if this is yours, hopefully it's not like that and you can get your dog to go on a leash. I've met some dogs that won't pee on walks or poop on walks. They only poop in their yard, which I've always thought would make it really difficult to do a road trip.
Yeah.
How do you get them to pee and poop if they only poop at their house?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. They'd burst.
Sorry, I'm thinking about something funny. Yeah, so I would say the main one would just be I would take your dog out on the leash for potty breaks all the time. Take them in the front yard, backyard, go on walks, things like that, and don't let the dog out off the leash till they get their first pee or poop, and then make it a real big party.
And then make it, yeah.
Give them lots of treats, make it a real big party or something like that. But overall, if it's potty training, it's not a problem. If potty training is not a problem, then I wouldn't worry about it too much. I'll just let the dog out in the backyard or whatever, or in the front yard or however you're doing it currently. If it's not a huge deal, you know, if I don't have to take a bag with me on a walk, that's not the worst thing in the world, you know, if I don't have to take a bag with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't have to worry about, you know, where Mia poops or something like that. I mean, that'd be great. She only pooped at the house, but she does not. She poops wherever she wants.
Okay.
But yeah, I just take the dog out a lot. I mean, another thing too, I guess you could, you know, move. This is normally something I'll do for potty training, not in every case, but in certain cases, is sometimes I will do it where I'll move the dog's poop. Not me. I'll have our clients do it with their dogs. I'm not moving anybody's poop. But I'll have them move it in the yard. Like if the dog won't poop in the yard or in the yard and it only poops in the house, I'll have them move the poop outside. So when they take the dog out, the dog will be like, "Oh, that's my poop. I should poop here." Yeah. So maybe try something like that. But overall, if it's not a problem, don't make a problem out of it.
Yeah. Okay. I hope you've got what you need out of that.
If you don't, write another question and I'll answer it if you want to give me more specifics.
Yeah. Okay. This is a 2-part question.
Okay.
I have 3 dogs and I want to train them all at the same time. Number 1, is this a good idea? Second, how do they all get their individual needs met?
Yeah. I'm writing down the points. Okay. So I'll answer this like I would if I was answering it for 2 dogs and then we'll add the third in. So if I was training 3 dogs, and I've trained 3 dogs for families a number of times over the years, not too many because not a lot of people like need to train all 3 of the dogs they have or have the money to do that or whatnot. So, but over the years, I've trained a handful with 3 dogs. Normally, in my experience, people with 3 dogs, typically it's with people with 3 dogs. They want the dogs trained, of course, but they have like a couple things that are like top tier importance for them or whatnot, and they don't really care about much of the other stuff. So I'd say really define like what you want out of this process. Do you want them to recall? Do you want them to walk decent? Do you need them to place and stay? Do you need them not jumping or whatnot? And maybe you want the whole shebang. If you do, that's great. But a lot of times people with 3 dogs, like there's one lady I'm thinking of, forget her name, forget her dog's names, but it's been many years. But she had 3 Chinese Cresteds. And we trained all 3 of them. And her big thing was, I just want them to walk nice and not bark at dogs. So I was like, okay, great, let's do it. You know, she didn't really care. We did work on recall, but she didn't care about placing, didn't care about doormat. She literally just wanted to be able to walk the dogs and them not bark at dogs. Okay, got it. So I'd be really clear in your goals of what you want for each dog, the problems, things like that. Now, if I had like a 2-dog program that came through or whatnot, we train both of them, of course. Somebody pays us to train both. We'll train both, of course, because that's what they paid us to do. But the emphasis is on the naughtier of the 2 dogs.
Okay.
And out of 3, there's going to be a level of one's the best, one's the next best, and one's the least best, or one's the worst, one's less bad, and one's even less bad than that. So I'd focus on your big 2, basically. And then between the big 2, I'd focus on that one particularly. normally in my experience, the worst one is also the ringleader of the 2 or 3 dogs. So I would focus on that one first and foremost. And if I can get that one doing decent, normally the other dogs kind of fall in line. Not saying that you're not going to have to train them, but they normally fall in line.
Yeah.
So that's how I'd start. So I'd be very clear about what you want, your goals, find out who the worst of the 3 is, who the leader of the pack is, and I'd start there. Now, in terms of training all 3, I would probably say to start, we're going to split them into 3. We're going to do 3 individual lessons with each dog. And then, so let's say it's place and stay, for example, or recall, or whatever command we want to teach. I'm going to start with teaching 1 to place and stay, then the second one, then the third one. Then when they've all proficient at it, then I'll take dog 1 and dog 2 and I will train them together at staying at the same time. Then I will train, dog 2 and 3 at the same time. And then I'll do 1, 2, and 3 at the same time. And then I'll use the other dogs as a distraction. Like, hey, dogs 1 and 2 have to stay. Dog 3 gets to be up and be free. Switch them out and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. So, and then I'll just start working through problems like that. Pretty much. So that's how I'd separate it. I would separate it into small groups, training lessons, each one by themselves, then adding 2 at a time, then 3 at a time. Then I'd use each dog as a distraction for each other, basically. That's kind of how I'd run the play. In terms of, is it a good idea? I mean, yeah, absolutely. If you've got 3 dogs in your house and they're all bad, I'd definitely want to get them trained. I definitely want to get them trained. Like I said, I'd focus on the worst one first and the ringleader. Normally those are the same dog. So I'd focus on that one first because normally the other ones will kind of fall in line with the other one, right? Like if all 3 dogs are barking at the fence and the ringleader comes back to you and you call, the other 2 are probably going to fall in line. Maybe not, but the likelihood of that is higher than if you got the least worst of them to come back, right? Yeah. The ringleader and the second in command, so to speak, would be still at the fence, right? So in terms of, is it a good idea? Absolutely. In terms of how you meet their individual needs, let's say the needs are kind of, like excluding water and food because you're already feeding and watering them. The 3 kind of needs to have a calm dog is training, teaching the dogs what to do, what not to do. So it splits in 2. Stimulation splits into 2 as well, mental and physical. And then the third one's maturity. I don't know how old these dogs are, but let's assume that, they're somewhere in between 6 months and 2 years. We can't really control maturity. So we can control training and stimulation. So training, we just talked about that, teaching them what to do and what not to do, train them 1 at a time, then 2 at a time, then 3 at a time, then use each dog as a distraction for the other one. Second one's mental and physical. So stimulating them. So this might mean that you walk them, could mean that you run them, could it mean that if you've got a big backyard or whatnot, you can let them all go play and play fetch and get a flirt pull out and do all sorts of fun stuff with them. Could mean that you take them on runs, could mean you take them to the park and let them go run and be free at the dog park or something. But basically if I had 3 dogs and no job, I would probably I didn't have to work is what I guess I'm trying to say. Or I didn't have a super busy schedule. Yeah, I might some days individually exercise all 3 of them. But if I'm a busy person and I have 3 dogs, I'm going to have to do it all at the same time. So that means walking them at the same time, running at the same time, playing with them at the same time, things like that. So, and then stimulation, I would just say make them all work for their food in some way or another. So it could be getting a food toy, could be puzzle toy, something like that. Could be, just something like that. Training is also a form of mental stimulation. So, start doing stuff like that.
Awesome.
That would be my answer.
That's a good answer. Like it. Okay. Do you want me to give you my other one?
Sure.
Okay. So this question is,
being 4 questions, this is kind of going fast.
Well, because you're just on point with the answers, mate. That's what it is. So I've just got a puppy. So how do I puppy-proof my house?
Yeah. This question came to me from my friend Ahmed. He just signed up for training, and he's also a jiu-jitsu friend of mine, so shout out to Ahmed. Appreciate it. Anyways, because you were saying he was asking this, that's why he wanted me to go to their house for the appointment. Funny enough, we didn't talk about puppy-proof in the house literally at all. But I think he did say he's starting to listen to the show. So anyways, puppy-proof in the house. Also, his dog, we met on Friday. I saw him on Monday. Yeah, Monday. Today's Wednesday when we're shooting, so a couple days ago. And he said his dog hadn't pottied in the house since Friday. He changed some of his stuff up, took some of the recommendations. He's been watching some of the pre-training videos and stuff like that, been working with him and everything. And he's like, yeah, it's going so good. I'm like, wow, it's kind of like it works, basically. I love it. So,
oh, my gosh.
Anyways, good job, man. Okay, how to puppy-proof the house. So the biggest thing that you can do to puppy-proof your house, supervise your dog when they're in the house. That's the biggest thing of all. Your dog cannot get in trouble if you are supervising them. And until a dog is older and mature and trained, and, going back to the big three, training, stimulation, maturity, until those things have happened to some degree, the dog should not be allowed to be free in the house. So the biggest thing you can do, there are some practical things like, you can pick stuff up off the floor. You can, get trash cans that close, the lid's closed. You can make sure there's no trash on the floor. You can put your shoes up. You can put your laundry in a laundry basket, not throw it on the floor. You could do all sorts of stuff, right? What else, other stuff would people do to puppy-proof their house other than those? I don't know. Yeah, it's just like all practical basic stuff. The biggest thing you can do, though, supervise your dog when you're home and awake and they are out. Supervise them. If you are not home or not awake, put the dog up. The actually caveat to that: if you're not home, so you're going to work, you're at Walgreens, you got to go grocery shopping, so you're not home, you're not awake, so you're napping, you're asleep overnight. And the third one for puppy owners is you just don't want to pay attention to them. If you're busy, you don't want to talk, you don't want to pay attention to the dog, you can put them up. They're dogs, they're not babies. You can put them in a crate whenever you're tired of them. So I'd say put the dog up. If you are tired of it, not tired of it, but if you don't want to pay attention to the dog for a little bit, just put the dog up. That's fine. You're allowed to do that. It's also good for crate training. So the biggest one is just supervising the dog, though. So keeping the dog in the same room as you. Dogs are pretty social creatures. I always prove this point. If I go over to people's houses to do a transformation session, dogs stay in the same room as us pretty much the whole time. The only time they ever walk away is for two reasons. One, they need to go get water, or two, they're going to potty. Those are the only two reasons that dogs walk away when I'm at people's houses. They're never out of the room other than that. Dogs are social creatures.
Yeah. I learnt that big style. If I didn't look round and could see Sully, I knew he was up to no good.
100%. Dogs and toddlers are no different. If the toddler is in the other room and they're too quiet for too long, they're doing something they shouldn't be. Puppies are no different. So, anyways, that's the big one, is supervise them. Some practical ways to supervise them are, one, if you're just out in the living room with them, they're just out with you. Second one would be you keep a leash on them in the house so they're easy to get a hold of. Two, you can back time to something. So you could put the handle of the leash under a chair leg, under a table leg or something like that. You can put them on a doorknob. You could, whatever you want to. There's some practical ways to keep the dog in the same room as you and supervise them. You can also get them puppy toys and chew bones and things like that are entertaining for puppies. So you can do all sorts of stuff, but the big one is just keep the dog in the same room as you, supervise them. And if you don't want to, or you can't because you're not home or not awake, put them up. That's how you puppy-proof your house. And then just practical stuff. Don't leave trash on the floor. Don't leave your shoes on the floor. Don't leave your clothes on the floor. Don't leave your socks on the floor.
Yeah, they like wires as well.
Yeah. So, that's a good one too. Maybe do something with the wires. However you do that.
And teach them, leave it.
Yeah, a little tough.
Oh, it's not easy.
I was debating about talking about Emily's dog with the socks.
Oh, yeah.
She was teaching leave it with socks, and then her dog ate the socks.
Yeah.
Poor Emily. That's the second time her dog ate socks.
Yeah. Training socks were eaten.
Yeah. But good news is Mackie's doing great. He's doing good. Maybe I was gonna say maybe you could bring some socks to the shop and we could trade them on the socks.
Train him on the socks. Leave the socks as load.
Yeah, but she texted us that because she couldn't come to the games that day, and me and Sally were really rooting for her and pulling for her and stuff like that. And she was one of the questions a couple weeks ago. She actually commented and said, "Thanks so much for answering my question." So, anyways, glad to hear that's going good. But and you are doing a great job, by the way. We were talking about leave it with socks, and it just made me think of Mackie. So you are doing a great job, by the way.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's how I puppy-proof my house.
Awesome.
Should we do some jokes?
Yeah, let's do some jokes.
You go first.
Okay, I'll do mine because it's not going to beat yours.
Mine is funny.
Why did the poor dog chase his own tail?
Hold on. Why did the poor dog chase his own tail? I don't know. Give it to me.
It was trying to make ends meet.
I knew it was something stupid like that. All right. Mine's more of a story. All right.
Okay, here we go.
A guy sees a sign outside a house, talking dog for sale, $10. Curious, he walks in and asks the owner, "What's the deal with this dog?" The owner shrugs. He's in the backyard. Go talk to him. So the man heads out, and sure enough, there's a scruffy mutt sitting there. You can talk? The man asked the dog. Yep, the dog says, I've lived a full life. I used to help the CIA spy on world leaders. I'd sit in rooms, wag my tail on people's spilled secrets, thinking I was just a regular dog. Later, I worked at the airport, sniffing out shady people. And now, I'm retired. The guy's amazed. He runs back to the owner and says, this dog is incredible. Why on earth you only sell him for $10? The owner sighs, because he's a liar. He never did any of that stuff.
That's good.
It's
That's
so dumb.
Good. That's a good one. I like that.
I've read that before we started, and I was just giggling.
Yeah, he was giggling.
I had to save it, though. That was first time for Sally. That's her honest, genuine reaction.
Yeah,
okay.
that's good. I like that one.
Oh, goodness. He never did any of that.
He's a liar. The more I think about that, I'm going to chuckle all the time. Oh, dear.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay. What was I going to say? Okay. This is kind of a spin off of that. But
okay.
And I want to hear y'all's answers too. So if you've got to answer this, drop it in the comments or send us an email. But so the question, it's, talking dog for sale, right? Mm-hmm. How much would you pay for your dog to be able to talk to you in English? Dollars wise.
How much would I pay?
Yeah, pay. Like if you could buy a pill or a shot or something that would make your dog talk English.
Oh, wow. I don't know. Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Okay. That's a little rich.
Well, it would just be so nice.
You don't even have hundreds of thousands of dollars. What are you talking about?
Well, I know, but
sell the house to talk to the dog?
Priceless. Okay, I would spend $100 on a magic pill.
Okay, that's a little cheap. I was thinking a nice even 10,000.
Okay, I'll do it for 5,000.
No, 10.
I'm not haggling with you.
How about this? You give me 10 grand and I'll start researching how to make a pill to get the dog to talk. Like Dr. Dolittle, how cool would that be? Be able to talk to your dog?
I would love to talk to Sul.
Golly.
Sully talks to me and I ain't got a clue what he's saying, he does that a lot.
Yeah. I think I'd probably try to scrape up 10 grand to be able to do that and talk to Mia for sure. Even if it was just these last however long they're 6 months, 18 months, whatever
would
it is.
This ability to talk last for
the whole time
their life?
That's my scenario.
Not just an hour.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wouldn't pay 10 grand to talk to Mia for an hour. I don't know. Maybe.
See, it gets you thinking.
It does get you thinking.
Gets you thinking.
I don't know. I don't know how much I'd pay for that though, but it'd be a hell of a thing. Be able to talk to her.
We've had this conversation before, but I'm going to ask again. What do you think of the dogs that talk through the buttons?
People like them so much. I'm just going to say it's great. I just don't think a lot of people. I don't think a lot of dogs know what it means, and I don't think the people know how to train their dog to actually press buttons and have them mean something. Have a button mean something to the dog, so I don't think it really matters. But it is fun. It's cute. Makes good Instagram.
It's a cute thing.
I think there are people
just watch Bunny
that are psychologists and
trainers
and stuff that can actually train
mom on. I think they're on like YouTube. Bunny's mom is like a psychologist.
Yeah, that's great.
So she uses these things for Bunny, and Bunny can put sentences together.
That's cute. But yeah, anyways, how much would you guys pay to be able to talk to your dog? Assuming they could talk the rest of their life. So if you got a 2-year-old dog and it lives to be 12, you got 10 years of talking English or Spanish, whatever your language is, back and forth with your dog. Mm-hmm. How much would you pay for that? So if you want to answer, drop it in the comments.
Yeah.
You can come up with some ridiculous amount. You could say $1 million. It doesn't even have to be an amount of money that you have. Like $1 million.
Remortgage the house.
Okay. Next one, trivia questions.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. So the question number 1 was, what does the name Bichon Frise translate to in English? We'll let you go. A, curly lapdog. B, little cloud. C, curly-haired small dog. D, white puff. What's the answer?
Little cloud.
Okay, no. C,
I'm not good at-
curly-haired small dog.
No.
Bichon means small dog, and Frise, I hope I'm saying that right. That's how I've always heard it, means curly. They were well beloved in European courts for their cheerful temperament and fluffy white coats. And then it says Bichon Frise is French. Bichon means small dog, a diminutive form often used for lap dogs. Frise means curly or curled. So the full name translates to curly-haired little dog. Anyways, our second
I
question.
prefer little cloud.
That is cute. That is cute
yeah.
because they're little white clouds.
Little
Anyways.
white puffs of cloud, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Second question. German short-haired pointer. What is the German short-haired pointer GSP bred to do? A, retrieve game only. B, point and retrieve on land and water. C, guard livestock. D, hunt underground rodents.
I don't think it's hunt underground rodents. That's
Okay.
more like little terrier type thing.
So you're left with retrieve game only, point and retrieve
game
on land and
only,
water.
That's a Labrador, isn't it? So
Okay. So you're left with 2, point and retrieve on land and water, or guard livestock.
guard livestock.
It's in the name.
Pointer. Things. Pointer things.
It's in the name. The answer is B, point and retrieve on land and water.
Retrieve on land and water. Silly.
Yeah, GSPs are versatile hunting dogs, bred to point, flush, and retrieve across fields, forest, and water. Their webbed feet make them excellent swimmers, too.
So they point, as in like eye point and tail up, do they?
Yeah, and they just stand
They
still.
just stand still
stare.
and then, rather than go
Yeah.
like that. Look at the owner.
it's in there.
Look at the owner. Pick up a paw and go. That would be funny.
It's like they look back. Oh. Start talking like Sully does. Oh. Oh, God. Okay, fun show today.
Fun.
All right, that's it. That's the show. Guys, thank you all so much for listening, viewing, subscribing, watching the end. Hope you all had as much fun as me and Sally
Yeah,
did.
bear with us.
Yeah, bear with us because we are
We love
a
it.
couple silly willies over here. Just a couple
We
sillies
just
having a good
love
time.
it.
A couple silly gooses. Anyways, thank you all so much.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you guys. And yeah, if y'all like the show, once again, hit the like button, subscribe. If you're watching, you haven't subscribed, just do us a favor. Hit the subscribe button. It means a lot. Takes you 2 seconds. Means a lot to me and Sally and helps us grow the show.
It does.
Yeah, and then like I said, if you got a friend who's got a puppy, their dog is licking people too much, whatever it is, if you got any value out of the questions today, or you know somebody who could value or get benefit from the questions that we ask and answer today, if you don't mind, send this to them. It'd mean the world to me and Sally. We're going to keep doing this show. And we want more people to watch. That's our goal.
Yeah.
Help as many people as we can. So anyways, guys, thank y'all so much. We really appreciate y'all, and we will see y'all in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.